Welcome to Chris Horner's Corner for all your cycling how-tos. We only got 3 videos right now, but we'll have a bunch later. And if there's something we're missing, send it in. We'll see if we can post it up. If there's something you want to know and a how-to on it that's cycling related, certainly bike racing and your average cyclist too, we're going to do both. Today, it's all about the rain bags. Okay, why do you need a rain bag and what's it for? Now, first off, I hopped on the internet and I looked at some of the rain bag channels that were out there and people talking about it, and everybody wanted to talk about the bag and how, well, it's kind of waterproof, but not really. Okay, folks, the rain bag is not called the rain bag because it's waterproof. It's called the rain bag because in Europe, when you're racing, it's the most important equipment that you have in the team car following you during the race. The reason I have 2 bags out is because you always have 2 cars following in the race. The first car that follows the field, the second will go up to the breakaway, or it will stay with the stragglers that have gotten dropped and left behind in the race. So every professional rider in Europe has a rain bag. It's the most important equipment you can possibly bring to the race aside from yourself, because the mechanics bring the bikes and everything else. So what does it do for you folks at home? Okay, anytime you're going to a bike race, you're going to a Gran Fondo, you're driving your car to the weekend, Saturday, Sunday ride, or Thursday night crit, or whatever it happens to be, you should always have a rain bag in the trunk of your car. It is vital and absolutely essential for every cyclist. I have probably 20 rain bags around my house. Some of them are still packed with old race clothes that I've worn in the past because I haven't even bothered unpacking them. Right now, I got 2 with me, though. We're going to go ahead and get rid of one. And remember, all my bags are packed the same. The first car, though, race car number 1, was always completely packed and had all the essentials. If I get on a plane and my suitcase doesn't show up, I can go to the race car, grab my rain bag out of it, and this rain bag would stay with the team and go from race to race to race. I never even had to worry about it. I just had to make sure it was packed correctly and it was there. So you're going to a bike race, you're going to a local crit, you're going to just go ride with your friends on the weekend or something. This is not your everyday pack. You pack it right, and then it's your emergency essentials, okay? So you still bring your suitcase, you still bring your backpack with your normal clothes. You don't plan to go to the rain bag unless conditions have changed dramatically, or of course you forgot something. So I'm heading to the Tour de France. I don't even have to think about this bag. It's already there in the car. You're heading to the local weekend race. You packed it in January. It stays in your car all year, or if you're traveling, you have to bring it with you somehow. So if you go riding with a buddy, you go in the back of your car and you grab your rain bag. It is essential. Now, what's in the rain bag and why is it so important? Okay, you forgot something to pack in your suitcase or in your backpack on the way to whatever cycling event you're going to, but you remember to bring your rain bag, okay? It's not called a race bag because your race bag is what you're bringing with you to the race in your backpack. Your rain bag is your essentials that you never touch. 1997, I go over with Francis de Jure. I'm starting the classics up there in the north where the weather is horrendous and terrible. And the director's asking me, where's your rain bag? I didn't even know what a rain bag was. I grew up in San Diego. You just dressed the way that you thought it was going to be. It's sunny and warm by 10 o'clock. You never worried about it. When you live anywhere other than SoCal, especially in Europe, when the director with Francis de Jure is asking me what the rain bag is in French, I have no idea what he's telling me. Now it's the most important thing that always comes to races, events, Gran Fondos, appearances, whatever I happen to bring. So let's open it up. Inside, most important, for me as a racer, the most important thing right at the front is your vest, okay? When the riders are dropping back and getting close, the vest is the number one thing when it's raining and cold out that you go for your vest. This one's waterproof, windproof, easy to put on, leaves your arms free. A vest is amazing during a bike race because you're so hot and warm. Probably you already have arm warmers and stuff on, but your vest is right there where the mechanic can go in and grab a vest. He can grab a long sleeve rain jacket. Absolutely essential. Those two are absolutely essential to have in here. I always kept a couple cycling caps close by, bald head, so if it just got cold, having a cycling cap was always a great idea in Europe. Even in the 90s, we were racing without helmets, so we always wore cycling caps all the time. Now you got a couple cycling caps. You have sunglasses. You need at least one pair. I kept two. Inside the sunglasses, you'd have a clear lens, your normal shaded lens, and a spare clear lens in case it's raining and stuff. You can change that at last minute, or the mechanic in the car can change it. For you guys doing the Gran Fondos, you can do it yourself, of course. Always close by, where the mechanic can reach it, 2 long finger gloves, okay? Sounds funny to have 2, but believe it or not, in Europe, it's raining on, it's raining off. We're doing a 6-hour event. You got to have at least 2. I have more than 2, but I have 2 that are close and handy right in the center, ready to go. 2 pairs of gloves, long finger, set up for weather. These ones here by Prolago, they're fabulous down to about 40 degrees. If it got worse, you pull out the top cover. It's got a wind vest here too, so it'll even warm it up to go lower than that. Fantastic glove. I'd recommend it to anybody. Okay, outside of that, that's your emergency right in there. You can grab your mechanic. If you're racing in the back of the car, he can grab that stuff. So when you watch some of the videos and you're seeing the racers going back to the car, that's what they're grabbing. But that's also good. These essentials right here, sunglasses, gloves, hat, vest, long sleeve rain jacket, those are a must. Those have to be in your bag, okay? The other stuff, now this gets a little more specific, and I like it that way because I always had a system, and it made me feel safe that way because I always knew I had the right clothes in the team car. Not only in the front car, but in the second car. Outside of those essentials, now I start keeping things a little more clearly packed so it doesn't mess up from what the mechanic or what I can see when I just need to run in there and grab something out. Remember, sometimes you're getting ready for a Gran Fondo, it's the weekend ride. You got 10 minutes when you pulled up in the parking lot. You realize you forgot your gloves or the weather changed from what you thought it was going to be. Boom, right away, those essentials, you can grab fast. After that, I kept everything marked separately in different bags, okay? This makes it, with my rain bag, I can show up with no cycling clothes at all and get dressed with this bag. But those are the main essentials in front of me. After that, I have it clearly marked. These are gloves, race gloves, rain gloves, super, super cold gloves. I live here in Bend, Oregon. It could easily be 25 degrees out, so I have super warm gloves, rain gloves, race gloves, lightweight gloves, all set aside in this bag here alone. This next bag, I have it marked. It's going to be shoe covers, hats, arm warmers, leg warmers, knee warmers. Very important when you're packing your stuff that all of your material that you've had in here, you have worn before, okay? If you want to wear them for half the life of their thing, half a life of their shorts and jerseys or their sunglasses aren't completely worn out, you don't want them worn out. It's still very important to you. But if you wore them a bunch of times, made sure it fit you, made sure you liked it, made sure that in emergency you can put a pair of shorts on and not get a rash by the end, but 1 hour later. So you want tried and true equipment that's in your rain bag. Okay, inside this bag, I have all the important stuffs right here. Okay, these shoe covers are absolutely amazing. They're super aerodynamic, but they're the warmest that I've ever put on, and they're super thin, lightweight, and the water comes right off them. Only problem with them, when we're racing, you can't actually take these things off. You'd have to go back and actually grab some scissors and cut them off. But in terms of aerodynamics and stuff, these Velo toes are absolutely amazing. They don't last forever. They've got a short life, 5, 10 tries, and then you're throwing away. But I don't know, they're 15 or 20 bucks. They're not very expensive. I got one that covers my helmet. Of course, I'm bald, so if it's cold and wet out, you want to keep that nugget as warm as you can get it. And the shoe covers are absolutely amazing. They're difficult to put on, though. So you have to do this before the race, before the event. If you're a bike racer, there's no reason, if this is before the race, you're never going to put them on during the race, okay? But they're fabulous. They work great. Inside, I got warmer beanies. Again, bald head, got to stay warm. Usually you can overheat in this kind of thing pretty fast, though, so the weather has to stay cold the whole time. Otherwise, I always prefer cycling cap. So I got the beanie here going. Socks, so another pair of beanies, some lightweight shoe covers, these other little bit thicker shoe covers. Usually now, though, I'd go to the Velotoes before I went to the thicker, but the lightweight ones, these are super lightweight, easy to put on, easy to pull off. Those are no problem. So you can put those on if the conditions just change and they might warm up later. You can finish the race with those. Outside of that, I got arm warmers and leg warmers. Believe it or not, during the race, the knee warmers and the leg warmers, at times during the race, it could go slow enough, at least when I was racing, it could go slow enough at times. You can stop, put arm warmers or leg warmers on if you needed to, and you would be set, okay? Those are always important, more so at the beginning of the race than in the race, but you can get to it if the race slows enough. For you guys doing Gran Fondos, keep to your essentials, okay? Outside of that, pair of cycling shorts, probably wear them 10 times or something like that to make sure they're all broken in, good to go. You do not ever want to start a Gran Fonda or go do a 100-mile ride in a brand new pair of shorts. You need to wash the shorts, break them in once, make sure you like them, continue to wear them another 9, 10, 15, 20 times, then put them in your rain bag after you know you like them. Always keep a jersey. It's absolutely super important during any kind of pre-done, if you're on your way to the race or you're on your way to Gran Fondo and you forgot to bring your clothes, this rain bag, again, is completely packed with everything you need. Believe it or not, we've crashed in races where you had to put on a jersey or you had to put on a new pair of shorts because you ripped your shorts. At the Tour de France, one year, we had special jerseys done with Livestrong jerseys. They were going to DQ the whole team. The only reason we were able to get to the finish, guys had in their rain bag spare jerseys, so we were able to take off the Livestrong Special Edition black jersey that we were racing in while we were neutral on the last day. We were getting ready to, we're going through the promenade, through Paris and stuff, on our way to the Champs-Élysées, and we're literally pulled over in one of the suburbs. The whole team is changing jerseys and pinning new numbers onto new original legal race jerseys because we had the wrong ones on. Only because enough riders packed them in their rain bags that we were able to do that. So absolutely essential to have race jerseys, shorts in your rain bag in case something happens during the race or your luggage is lost. You always have an undershirt, and you always have, this will go with your essentials here too, with your gloves, sunglasses, rain jacket, rain vest, and helmet, is your normal race vest, okay? This one will keep you easily, you can change the temperature quickly as the weather changes, unzip it, zip it up. This is good for a 20-degree swing either way. So that stuff's your essentials. On the bottom of the bag, we always have a zipper under here, okay? You'd have your spare shoes. Your spare shoes are not brand new shoes. These are pretty brand new. I wore them a few times, but I'm no longer racing the Tour de France, so it's not that big of a deal. But in general, you don't want a brand new pair of shoes. You want to make sure they've been broken in and used. Nobody wants to jump on a brand new pair of shoes, okay, and ride 100 miles. It's a nightmare. Inside the shoes, now because I'm no longer pro, I keep a digital charger for my Di2, so I always have a way to charge my Di2 in case I forgot to charge it. Always have that with me. I just keep it in the shoe, and always have a pair of pedals, okay? So that is my essentials. It's not a bad idea for you guys at home. If the bag's a little bit bigger, you could slip a helmet in there or strap it onto the strap here so you got a spare used helmet or something like that. As a professional, when I was riding with Radio Shack or any of the pro teams over there, we didn't have to worry about helmets because the director always kept spare helmets inside the car, so we never had to worry about that. At home, of course, you want to keep a spare helmet with your rain bag because it's that important. You're not going to do the event without your helmet. So these are the essentials. It's enough for me to get dressed and do any event I want. So when I'm getting ready for a Gran Fondo event, a pro event, cycling event, an appearance event, whatever it happens to be, if I have my rain bag, and remember, it's not called a rain bag because it's waterproof. It's called a rain bag because the weather changes. It gets nasty out there fast when you're in Europe, and so that's why they call it a rain bag. I laugh every time I hear somebody else, hey, it's not waterproof. No, it's not meant to be waterproof. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Chris Horner's Corner. See you another time.